muy de izquierda, como las cosas que aplican on day to day, como they believe they should have free medical care. Entonces son zurdos.
And the king.
Ujú. Y de hecho como la familia real no vive de los impuestos. It's a whole thing. I
Qué
have it
risa.
all in my head. I
Me
know how it works.
imagino el rey como, no, no,
Personally.
guys, you don't get it. I hate me too. I hate me too. It's okay, guys. Ah, okay, cool.
I mean,
It's okay, guys.
the prince does, but he just needs a psicólogo y un poco de pastillas que lo hagan sentirse mejor. Anyways, let's jump in. I believe, basado en Rotten, que no me dice mi pizza. Estaban, creo que era Jam con Imela o con Lord Garridan. Alguna de las dos. Es, em, porque estaban evitando como... Alguien estaba con Yatan, I think it was Sky.
Yep.
Yeah, because she was como pretty upset.
Yep, 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 yep.
She had nightmares.
TP.
Creo que Sol está justamente con Lord Garridan.
Probably.
Mm. Y Evangelina creo que también estaba como... O con Lord Garridan o con Jam.
A mí ya mandé
Creo,
mi balde, así que.
eso iba a decir, yo creo que estaban en la oficina. No, Jam ya se había salido del balde.
Ya salió el
Em,
balde.
No,
creo
that's
que,
what they call it now.
sí, creo que Nina y que Evangelina y Solve estaban en la oficina de Lord Garridan porque Evangelina estaba preguntando por sus dados, question mark.
Yo creo que yo nunca le he preguntado directamente a Lord Garrian sobre mis
No, no,
dados.
no, me preguntaste mi DM, entonces yo te dije estaba en la oficina. Entonces, you were to investigate.
Okay. I do not remember this, but let's do that.
No, sí, sí preguntaste por los dados.
Great.
Y para los
Go,
que no estuvieron en
Sebastián
la
del
sesión
pasado.
navideña y quieren saber qué pasó, se pelearon con un dragón hecho de gingerbread cookies.
Oh, that's so cool. I wish I was alive back then.
And Lumina showed up. Yeah,
Mi mejor amiga.
And
Lumina
some.
showed up,
Mi
peleó con
mejor
ustedes,
amiga de la
descubrieron que
vida.
she's a bard.
Mhm.
Y
And then somebody create the dragon. Thank you.
yes, somebody killed the dragon.
Thank you.
But I did not land a single hit en ese dragón.
Se dieron cuenta que todo este juego había sido creado por Lord Jukes, como un regalo a específico, como a Lumina. Vieron a Tom, bueno, Crowley y su circo. Descubrieron que lo que había en la familia es rica porque tienen una fábrica de corchos.
And they are the
Which I
absolute
still do not
worst.
believe que sea tanta su consumo de corchos como para justificar su dinero. There's something going on there.
Es un lavadero. Es un lavadero.
Busca corchos en el stock market. El caucho es todo un negocio.
I mean, ellos están vendiendo rubber bullets a la policía from behind, o armas.
No.
Algo están. There's no way they can have that much money.
Yo sí puedo confirmar que en el futuro, circa el año 4006, post-Draconic Era, la empresa Logarian is founding the rebellion. O sea, está proporcionando dinero para la rebelión.
Of course.
Entonces, if that helps.
Yo le creo.
Quiero que... Voy a ver, ¿cuánto gana anualmente
Pone
la
como
empresa
cuatro. Ajá.
más grande de corchos?
Como what's their net worth.
¿Cuánto
Sí,
cuesta?
la más grande se llama la cortesera Amorim, que es de hecho la que me va a hacer. Dice, si bien se manejan cifras generales de facturación sectorial, no, España, no sé qué. Net worth. 1 billion USD on January 2026.
Ok. Pero no hay tanta gente en... No consumen tantos corchos aún.
Deja así. Deje irse, ma.
Yo voy a destapar este lavadero de dinero.
Let it go.
Chico, hay un pichazo de wineries en Eridonia.
Evangelina
Y
es now a triple agent y su trabajo es
además,
destapar.
no solo venden corchos de botella, venden el caucho como tal.
Ok, ahí te creo más que solo corchos. Ah,
Es que venden corchos, pero también venden como tapas de tarros, el corcho que es para hacer insulación.
ok. This is becoming a bigger picture now for me.
Ya.
Voy a necesitar un reporte de
Igual,
expenses de la
igual,
empresa, pero...
¿cuántas botellas de vino crees que se venden en un año?
Sí.
De los corchos tienen
Ahora,
que venir de algún lado, no los producen las wineries. They got money.
Sebas,
It's not that-
get over it. We're never gonna play. We're never gonna play.
do you get surprised by now? We never play.
Anyways, corte. So, I believe Nina, through her charms que les había dado, les avisó a todo el mundo, es como,
Yes.
she's dead. Entonces, I'm gonna
Right,
give
yeah.
you a Christmas/New Year's Eve y no lo voy a hacer rolear por la muerte de Wayra. I'm gonna assume everyone touches the ley line and goes to the basement.
Yo sí la toqué.
Sí,
I remember I rolled for it. You're welcome.
yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Happy crisis.
Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas. So yeah,
I assume que yo le había dicho a Lord Gerlin que nos ayudara esta vez, right? If I remember correctly.
I don't remember if I'm honest.
I'm pretty sure que sí era como que nos ayudara con Wayra or something, como que se estaba quemando. I don't know.
Yo me
Pero
acuerdo que fueron a hablarle justo para eso.
Ajá, así que I'm just going to assume que he's coming with us y yo como, yeah, it's time. Whatever.
Yo diré que sí. So everyone grabs the live line
Yeah.
and you're suddenly transported into a very colorful town. You see the streets are laid out in a bunch of houses made out of rock. But there's different colors of rock, yellow, red. Some have been painted over with what appears to be clay of different colors. And for a second, be it not that you were looking through Wayras memories, you would feel a little nauseous from how high you're standing right now. As you look into the horizon, you see the
Peru.
skyline in your at your eye side or eye level. Everything's covered in green, and you indeed around also see a bunch of livestock, most of it being alpacas, llamas, sheep, goats, and so on and so on. This seems to be a small, a fairly big town, but pretty up in the mountains. It does look like a small town per se, pero bastante decente en lugar, como en tamaño. Tipo tal vez un Turrialba, which is really big, pero no es una metrópoli.
Yeah.
The clouds are up top and the peaks are all around you, as you notice that you're standing in this very beautiful mountain range. You see up in the horizon a bunch of um, stair-like crops that have been planted. And above all, what calls you the most is the very, very beautiful textiles hanging all around town, used both as decorations as practical.
The what?
Mostly
Perdón.
seen, come on, both of practical use and decoration.
No, 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 pero qué es lo que vemos?
Textiles,
Georgia. Ah, ok.
mhm, both in como cortinas, doormats, but mostly in what people around you are wearing. Uh, See these very elaborate clothing that have been weaved um, in different styles of yarn, a lot of crochet. It's just very intricate and detailed embroidery on each piece, and yet it feels handmade, rustic. It doesn't feel high end. It feels more traditional. Yet you know it took a lot of work. As you take in this view, you also start to feel, or you also start to see, as Wayra just walks through the streets with two big baskets full of herbs, yarn. Just seems, or it appears that she's been doing the um just the shopping for the week. She's been getting materials. You see a lot of groceries, basically. As she walks into the market, um, you see her call out to someone. Just as she looks around frantically as they don't respond, wait, you you hear her call, Noel, 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 come here. As she follows a small Santa boy, you see him running around trying to hide up amongst uh these big ponchos that lay on a big stall. As she just grabs her by the ear and como pulls him towards him. Told you not to run away. Please stay next to me. There's a lot of people here. I'm sorry. I just wanted to play hide and seek. Just baby, come here. Let let me carry you, okay? Let Mama carry you. She picks this little, around maybe 4-year-old kid and carries him as she continues doing. So you see her go uh, where the town ends, a little bit further, not too much, to a small, like, um, residential area, if you will. Because, like, you can tell these are just houses, not just the pretty scenes that were this beautiful, like, town market that were up and down these various staircases and the various, like, ramps and elevations of the city that has been completely built into the mountains. She opens the door and goes in and starts getting everything prepped for dinner. Or appears to be very young, uh, maybe around 16, 17. You see, this house has a dirt floor. It's made out of um, alkenes and clay. There's this very beautiful rugs laid down on the floor so that they don't walk on the earth most of the time, and where they can lay down. There's a lot of pillows everywhere just to make the place cozy, but you don't see what would be like furniture uh, per se, except for the kitchen, which has a small clay oven and clay kitchen. And of course, the fireplace. It's cool today. Well, most of the time up here. But there's also been this very warm breeze that comes from time to time when the sun shines down, because the sun has been shining again. She starts getting ready and there's this little boy and says, Nahal, come, let me get you dressed before dinner. Let me clean you up a little bit. As you see how she just takes this little boy and starts giving him a little bath um, with a towel and some warm water. She just heated up in the fireplace as this kid starts kind of singing his ABCs and telling his mother what he has done today and everything he saw at the market. Says, and then I saw a fish so big. It was mom. It was like this big as he just like stings his arms to the pool of land. I don't know where they came from. I think they went to the south to get that. I've never seen fish this big on here. And do you think we can like taste it one day? I really want to taste it. I know it's a little expensive, but I it's okay. Hey, look at me, look at me. Read. This kid's is like having a hard time like breathing in as she comes down. You know you have to read while you speak. Can you now? I'm sorry. It's alright. Un beso en la frente. And she takes a pot that she had previously put on the stove. And you can see it has the herbs she just bought. Rosemary, mint. There's this like it's a rock, but it looks to be like a rock of salt per se. Um, but es básicamente como sábila de un árbol. Aquí me dijo algo.
No, perdón, es que se me estaba cortando, entonces entré y salió letra. Sorry.
Ok. Em, yeah. And there's like these rocks que parecen ser como. O sea, son como transparentes in look, but also like yellowish. They have this very particular smell to them. They look like baking salts if you had to make what they look like but bigger. And she has put them in this pot and just put them heated them up until it was boiling. And she takes these pots and puts it in front of this kid. Tells him, okay, you Brits now. Come here, baby. You know what to do. I don't like this. It's too hot. I know. But if you do it, I'll maybe do a nice little sweet treat after. Okay? Fine. And this little boy just takes in a deep breath of this strongly um, scented pot with herbs, and as he does, you all feel this relief, the same feeling you would get from smelling mint o como cuando uno huele cofal, algo así, que vaporru, that
Dale
just
vaporru.
dale vaporru, that just cleans up um, or como básicamente em, le baja un poco como la apretazón de pecho. Um, the smell fills in the room, and you can smell these camphor salts and rosemary all over. As she finishes, she stands up and continues doing what appears to be kind of bread, um, made out of corn and some like beautiful beans and everything, and just sets up the small table that they have that's at floor level, and they sit down, and she starts feeding this kid as he kind of fits in. And while he's eating, she also picks up a little blanket and covers him up. Then the scene changes. You see her working on the fields with Nahul running around, picking up branches and leaves and just doing whatever a kid wants to do when they're in the wild, mostly playing with bugs, doing mud cakes, and jumping uh, on little ponds of water. You, throughout this whole vision, don't ever see a parent, a father to Nahul, but you see Wire taking care of him, a lot of it. As time and time again, they come home and he has difficulty breathing again. Then the scene changes. You see her walking the market again, carrying this basket of oranges. But she just suddenly drops her head back. And you hear a kid, Mom, 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 are you okay? Mama? Uh, and then she comes back. I'm sorry. Ah. And she lays down a little bit on the street. This kid just looks super worried to his mom. Again? Uh, don't worry about it, baby. It's okay. It's been happening since you were born. There's no need to worry about. Mama's okay, alright? And this kid just quietly, but with this very scared look on her face, on his face, hugs Moira back. You know, this was a vision. She continues her day, and you see her just set up a shop in the market, as she's just a little bit older now, and 5 years, around maybe like a year and a half older. Um, she looks about 19, more like 20 maybe, and she has herbs that she has dried on display, and she's selling. You can tell this is probably her new job. She was able to get out of the terrible work shift of the day. She still has Naho on her legs. She's carrying him. The little boy looks somehow, even though he's older, he looks smaller. He looks a little sick, tired, a little lethargic. And you see, we're just trying to take care of him while also working, trying to calm him down, putting a lot of blankets around him, just still in her arms as she tries to do work. And then in comes this beautiful, long-haired uh, Earth Genasi with this beautiful face that she has decorated in with a little bit of different clay colors to simulate makeup. As she comes down, says, "Hey, are you Wayra?" As she kind of plays with her own hair. Whereas kind of, yeah. Hey, okay, so this is like totally crazy, but I heard a rumor that you can see the future. She kind of like freezes. So it's true. They said you left town when you were a kid. Your original town, because people were scared of you. Is it true? I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, no, it's all right, it's all right. You don't have to tell me. It's fine. But like, if you do, and I'll keep it a secret. I kind of need help, though. I'm a little worried. Where I just kind of stares at her blankly. She's just trying to rouse her baby, trying to make him sleep. She's been shivering a lot. Hmm. Right, so I come from the Elura family. Okay, so we come actually from Muritia, but we settled here after my father got like a very nice job and like some nice lands. So, uh, some fabrics and stuff like that. And I feel like he wants to go back, but also there's like we're going back, but there's like there's this there's this boy that I feel like, but I don't think he has good intentions with me. I think he wants to steal my father's son and kill him. I know it's crazy. I know it's crazy to say something like that. Big accusations. It's just I want to know if he wants to marry me or kill me. Can you do that? Can you tell me? Can you see the future? Or it just has this like, are you fucking kidding me kind of look to her right now? What on God's earth is this woman talking on about? Going on and on and on about? She just kind of rolls her eyes and says, I don't know. That's not, cannot, cannot see the future. Just whenever I want, something that happens. Yeah, but like, you make it happen. No. She shakes her head. No, they just come to me. But that's, but like, I met someone from Aberdeen once, and like they went to classes, like wizard classes. She could like manifest seeing the future, right? And then there was like this traveling caravan of people that I met. There was like a girl who could see the future, and she told me like that I was gonna go on an adventure of a lifetime and find my inner strength and become who I was always meant to be. And she was right. So it's possible to see the future now. Yeah, but I don't do that. It's just well, this well that kind of sucks. One day they hated you. I mean, you can see the future, but it's like nothing useful at all, and you can never you cannot choose what to see. Huh? Yeah, girl. No wonder they kick you out. Are you gonna buy something or no? Sorry. So do more like magic or something. Not. I'm kind of working. Leave. Ah, rude. She like kind of stands up and goes.
Mm-hmm.
The vision changes, and it's probably a couple of months later. This sound, and it's the night, and Wayras seems to be very worried. She had a vision early, an earthquake that was gonna come down, and it was gonna make a lot of the mountain landslide. Dreams like this come to her sometimes. At this point, it's kind of become a little hard for her to tell whenever it can be something that, like, true or not. Nonetheless, it can always come true. It's always a possibility. She starts packing stuff, and just in case, we don't want to risk it. Anyone now on risk, and she packs her stuff and picks up Nahul again and goes towards Major's house, or like the town's gallery. Major's house, it's not the Major's house. It is the tavern of town. As she arrives and says, "Everyone, please listen to me. It's an earthquake coming. Everyone go home. We have to evacuate." She gets ignored. She's like, yeah, right. You and your best news. Come on. I'm serious, guys. What, a little bird told you? And everyone just kind of laughs. No, it's just, I'm trying to warn you all. I don't want anyone to get hurt. Girl, just because you had a nightmare doesn't mean it's a vision, okay? You know what? Fine. She takes up her bags and leaves. She goes up to the edge of town, where in her dream she saw that Jerker wouldn't hit his heart. He just sat down there. To wait. What else is she supposed to do? She gonna stop the earth from shaking? She's always been like this. She's always been this looker, this watcher, just observant. What happens? Never a participant. Never able to save anyone. Since she was born, you see how the timeline changes. As you see this small little Wayra just walking into her mother's room where she's sick and saying to her dad full-heartedly, "She's gonna die." Her father just looks at her bewildered. No, she's not gonna die, baby. I know mom's a little sick, but no, she's gonna die. She will be dead by tomorrow morning. When the last of the owls sing and the first morning bird lets out a cry, she will die. Her mom kind of like holds her neck up as best as she can. Baby, it's mom is just feeling a little bad, but I promise you I'm not gonna die. I will get fine, okay? Don't get scared. Your father is, yeah, baby, your mom's gonna be fine. But she's not. Your mother's gonna be fine. It's Ayel, it's alright, Ayel. Don't talk to her like that. She's just scared, okay? I know mommy's sick, but I'm not gonna die. Here, would it help if you guys? Why don't you guys stay here tonight? You can sleep with me or around me. That way, you'll see that I'm gonna be fine, okay? Morning come, as you said. By the first morning bird song, I will still be here, okay? As she hugs this maybe again 4-year-old, 3-year-old Wayra, kiss her keys, and you see her and his and her dad just kind of cuddle up in bed with their mother that they haven't slept with in a while, just because they didn't want to disturb her. She's been in a lot of pain. And as the last owl cry and the first morning birds sing, Wara gets waken up by her father saying, "No, no, hey, hey, baby, Maria, please, please, Maria, Maria." She just checks it, doctor, doctor, and he gets up and starts looking frankly in the streets for the village's doctor. Wara just kind of rolls up to mother's face, which by now it's a little blue, stiff, because Mortis has set up, and I need to make her eyes contract, and she's just stuck in this wide-eyed look, eyes wide open, looking at Dwyer. She just kind of stares. This little baby girl stares at just her own mom's body. She can. She knew she was gonna die, but this is weird. This. Why did she? Why did she know? Why? And you feel this both numbness and sadness, too big for a child to understand. As she touches her mom's face, shakes her a little bit, quietly gets off of bed, says, and just starts crying. Says, "Dad! Dad!" Breaks down crying, very scared. Vision changes. You see a 20-year-old Wayra again. Seeing how the town shakes, seeing how after going door to door telling everyone fled town for a moment. Just helplessly watching from a safe place as the main peak that alternates town just crumbles, wherein half of the whole town under dirt, rock, crumbles. As everything ends, and as Nahul just kind of cries, scared as he feels the earth move beneath his feet. Is it okay, baby? We'll go home soon. It's okay. Oh, what about everyone around? What in town? It's okay. Don't think it's so, baby. It's it's okay. It's okay. You can see how terrified she is.
Eventually, she goes down the mountain to be able to see how she can help. People are running all around, and she sets up camp in the medical tent, assisting others who got hurt or buried under the rubble. She's here just treat patient after patient, prepare medicine. All of this knowledge she has collected from her mom before she died, from her books that she left, from the weird visions, and starts helping around. She's so nice and so good at helping people. In fact, and most of them don't notice who she is until nightfall comes. Doctor and a bunch of other people in the shelter come around to her and says, "Wait, you're that girl, the one who showed up in the major. You cussed this, didn't you? Since we didn't believe you? What? Yeah, this was you. Holy shit, you're fucked up. These were peoples with life, you know. I didn't. What?" And this, everyone just. You brought this upon us. You called it. You knew it. You caused this. No, I had a dream. I tried to warn you all. Witch. You you cursed child. No wonder everyone cast you out. We thought it was because you were a slut. You're worse. Excuse me? And then that whole, you see this bunch of people start screaming at her, and she just grabs as much as she can and goes to the next song. And doesn't look back. You see now a 21-year-old, 21, 22-year-old Wyra. And you see a very sick Nahu on the bed. She's tried every medicine she knows. And you see a cleric and a doctor in the room. They just kind of shake their head as they look at Wyra. I'm sorry, it's just. He's too sick. Honestly, as this, you see this Binder cleric speak to her. Honestly, I don't understand how he lived this long. The treatment you gave him, it was effective. But, and he puts como a hand over her head. Ma'am, I'm sorry. He has a hole in his heart. His little lungs are too small. Currently filled with mucus and having a hard time breathing. I don't think he will last. Not in this weather. Your treatments worked for a while, but it was just a matter of time before his body gave up. No, no. I give him herbs. I've given him baths. They've worked. I don't doubt one moment that they help. But the truth is, just the weather, the elevation. This child, he wasn't born right. I'm sorry. His heart wasn't fully done. Neither were his lungs. It's truly a miracle. Blessed be Vindra that he lived this long. The only way I could, it's if you maybe take him down to the coast. And I'm not talking the northern coast. I'm talking maybe around the Pedra, the desert, maybe somewhere drier, lower. You could help him. But I'm sorry, I don't think he'll make it. No, I mean, how long, dearest? I'm talking. Maybe he has. If he makes it past Friday, it will be a miracle. Pedra is 3 months away. It's a long way. Maybe you could take the ferry to Moria and still just going down the mountain in his state. And it's not guaranteed he'll leave. If I had come here, maybe could have told you yes. Maybe he would have made it. It was worth the risk, but now I don't think it is. I think either you try and you have your little boy have spent his last moments on a cold mountain on the dirt road, scared, feeling sick and scared. You let him be for as much as he can handle, giving him stuff as we've been doing for his pain, just to maybe try to see if it can help. Until he cannot hold anymore. And he goes out with his mom in a warm bed with the softest of blankets that his own mother weaved him. And you get also a place to mourn and bury him in peace. No! And she just kind of breaks and cries. Is he changing? This small house now feels so empty, too big, alone. Everything feels sickening. She wakes up with nausea every day, and that just makes her sadder because it makes her remember the first moments when she was carrying him, how he used to make her nauseous while she was pregnant. Similar body feeling, but a more just empty. There's not this expectation of there's what's gonna happen. There's not that fear that she felt being alone with how was she gonna raise him? What was he gonna look like? How was she gonna feed? It's the same nausea, but the feelings have changed. They have changed into voices that tell her, how is she gonna go on? What's the point of working so hard anymore? What does she do with all his clothes? His tiny shoes? Little bed she made? All the herbs she gathered for him? What she's gonna do with that hole in her heart? And then the visions begin again. Each time they are about horrible things. She sees a man murder her wife. An unknown person just swallowed by the current. A man being fallen apart. She feels their pain. She sees earthquakes, floods, hurricanes. She sinks deep into that feeling. And then the vision changes. You see a now 24-year-old, 25-year-old Wayra who has grown cold. But who now goes from house to house to give visions and treatment to people. She's become a healer. She's all the knowledge she carried from basically nurturing and raising Naho. She now uses to help other kids. She goes from town to town, helping and warning people when bad things are gonna happen. But then there's this virus that starts spreading around towns. She tries her best to heal, but people start getting really sick as their skin grow blemishes that are red. Their eyes themselves get bloodshot, and they start coughing up blood. They slowly get paler and paler every day until they cannot move. They call it the red plague. She and other healers, and doctors and clerics have been trying to see how they can stop it, how they can treat it. She's done extensive notes, and it's the only one so far who has managed to find a medicine that effectively stops their coughing, that takes out the pain, and that has made it possible that their red bloodshot eyes come back to their normal white color. She's been teaching the way of doing this medicine to other healers. People start to trust her a lot for the cures of their loved ones, until that's about all that she can do. It's not a cure, it's contentment. It's what this has always happened. That's why she's a bad healer. She doesn't heal. She feels like she's failed. She's never successfully healed someone. their ailments remain. She just treats the symptoms. She makes them go away, but can never take out the sickness itself. It's despairing, disheartening. Makes her want to take her hair out. And it's what happened to Nahuel. But when you have so many patients in bed, crying and begging for their pain to be taken away, but that they still want to try to leave, the best she can do is treat the symptoms as best as she can. For a moment, makes the patients feel fine. They seem to be okay. There's a period where they get better. Some of them are able to get out of bed again. But they're still infected. And it's just a matter of time that they go back to bed. And get worse and die. She knows the moment she sees a person, they're gonna die. At this point. Not by their illness, because she's saw the house in a dream that night. Marked with a red streak on the door. Letting her know that patient is not gonna make it. As it's become custom for her, she goes, if you've seen the patient, goes to the family and tells them, I think they are not gonna make it. They are gonna die. Get all the affairs in order. Then the patient will get better. They will say that she's lying, that she's just trying to scam them treatment. Or they will say that she's a miracle worker, that she's healed them. But without the fault. Every time. Just as it happened with her baby boy. They will be gone. Before the end of the week. Some people are understanding. But as times get harder and food grows more and more limited, medicine as well, as children, mothers, partners, lovers end up on the street, dying to a faster rate that they can successfully bury them. People start getting desperate. The thing about sickness, about viruses, is that there's nowhere or no one you can point the blame to. You cannot fault the body of the person you love for not being able to withstand sickness. There's no one to blame when an unknown bacteria, an unknown ailment just takes them away. No one killed them. Their body just couldn't handle it anymore. It's hard and it can make people act irrational. They can make people enter in fear. And especially when those people no longer go outside, no longer meet with neighbors, no longer build community. For they never know who might be carrying the plague with them. Not having an explanation for one's misery is what drives most people mad. When you cannot understand why something bad has happened, why suffering happens the way it does, and there's no God or science that can explain why it has happened to you, it will make your mind overthink, over rationalize, try to find a why, be it an irrational thought or not. So, when the towns around notice how the only healer that goes from town to town, who seems to know the most about the illness, also has the most deaths around her, that some of them somehow make the connection that since I've had never seen her before until the plague, that means she came with the plague. But if she brought it, after all, it said that she has vision. She could have warned us. She could have done something. But she did nothing for my dad. She let my daughter die. She gave up on my mom. The medicine didn't work. Or it made it worse. And they start blaming her. You see how, as she walks down the street, she's now looked down on. People whisper, point at her. From time to time, someone will come and scream at her as to why they let their husband die, as to why isn't she helping anymore, that she must be cursed, and she must be the reason he's ill. Because it's not natural for anyone to possess knowledge of the future. So she's being punished and bringing her punishment to everyone else. Times become hard as she is now pursued with people angrier and angrier. Until one day, in desperation, townspeople gather up. She and they essentially call a cleric. They try to ask them for any sort of explanation or course of action as to what the gods would say. And that's where the number one fold with the messengers of gods come. Messengers themselves, gods, are mortals. And as they ask this this ill-sung cleric. Why? If it is this woman who has cursed them, only thing they can say is, perhaps, since she killed her own kid, since she has this unnatural gift, the plague pursues her and tries to kill her. But every time it's gonna get her. She knows because she sees in a vision and flee, leaving the death that was coming to her behind, punishing someone else. I've read the flakes before. Tried my healing on everyone as best I can. It's not working. This is the devil's work. This comes from source of magic that cannot be fought with divine intervention. So maybe, just maybe, if we get rid of her, this curse will fade. And so, after that dream, she wakes up in a cold sweat in her small shack, packs up as much as she can, which, to be fair, it's not a matter of can, it's what she needs. And she needs so little these days. She packs the bag she always had for now, a little bit of clothes, food, and leaves. Vision changes as you see her just go on and on around, walking, just walking from town to town, staying the night, leaving, until no one knows who she is. Which look for a new start, as best as she can. She's going south, up to the north, to the capital of Lake. And as she does, she passes through the valley of Aberclad. By this time, the funds are running a little tight. She has never put that much thought into what is she even gonna do when she gets to the capital. Did she even have a plan? Or did she just want to get as far as she could? Not from the people. She doesn't think it's the people she was afraid of. Just maybe if she left the mountains, she could also leave behind that pain that it came every time she got reminded of him. While being in this valley, in one of the biggest towns, she sees this person and gets a vision. This old man whose house is gonna burn down. She doesn't say anything this time, but she follows him. And before he goes in, he says, She turns to him and says, "Sir." The man jumps as he never noticed her. "Uh, yeah, can I help you?" "I'm afraid your house will burn down tonight. Please sleep somewhere else." "Nonsense, kid. What are you talking about? Unless you turn into fire, I don't think it will catch. I don't even. Huh, it's your choice. Just telling you what I saw." As she returns to the dirt road and walks away from the house. She wakes up in a new town. The next day, hearing about a fire that happened. And then, as she's in this tavern, just having breakfast, she hears or overhears a conversation. Yes, yes, no, that's what Mr. Jack said. He said that a ghost appeared to him, told him that his house was gonna burn down, warned him, and well, you know, a house did burn down, but that was why he reconsidered and then like he went back to town. He was a little too freaked out. Yeah, really, man. Yeah, it was like a specter. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. Imagine if a phantom wouldn't appear. Would be dead, man. It was a whole house collapsed. There was nothing left. Man, the poor cat. Oof, that poor cat. I saw it. It was burned to crisp. Damn. What? Do you believe in that? What? Ghosts? I mean, yeah, but like visions of like the future, like like omens. I just kind of heard that Mr. Jack, you know, his great great grandma, she had told him that one day his legacy would burn. And everyone thought that she said that on her deathbed because she was, angry at him. After all, he wasn't that good of a man. But hey, if you think about it, that house was just like his whole life was in there. Huh, man, that's freaky, isn't it? Yeah, right? She just kind of scoffs and gets on with life. She settles in this town between Trujillo and the other big town that's called Caña Dulce. Between Caña Dulce and Trujillo, there's Mazapan. She kind of stays there to live. That interaction that day keeps her awake at night because it was the first time someone listened. Maybe didn't believe her at first, but at least her words helped. She starts looking for nanny jobs. Take care of children while people work. Doesn't want to go back to healing. Not yet. And keeps on warning people, trying to relay her visions to others. Small or big. But she tries anyways. Something she had never done before. And they start helping people. feels cathartic. These visions are now helping people in a way that her medicine never could. People start coming to her to tell her their dreams. And she's able to understand them most of the time, warn them. Most things come true. They're able to skip them. She starts running around, and eventually, people start to trust her a lot. That is until bad things actually start to happen. Bad things that cannot be avoided. Like a flood. A dear one getting sick. Just day to day things no one can do much about. And the anger starts again. She discovers some people rather not know. She gets hired eventually to take care of this particular novel in Mazapan who has a boy with this respiratory ailment. Treatment again helps. She takes care of him most of the time. He's bedridden, so she washes him, gets him to bed, takes him to the bathroom, does everything that she can, and starts talking with the kid, starts getting familiar with the family. She works there about a year or so, until the night she has a dream that the kid's gonna die. In a horrible attempt to skip her own grief, she tries to tell the family, talk to them. Then the same thing that used to happen in her hometown happens again. But, you know, it can be disheartening, especially for a mother to see their kid die. She knows that much. But as the lady of the house, her boss, tells her, "You bitch! You killed him, didn't you? What? We've treated you like family. We've we've told you that we wanna help you, and you start. What did you give to him? He was fine until he took the medicine last night. Did you poison him? Are you gonna poison us next? Are you trying to get to our money? No, ma'am. She takes this pipeline. It's more like a fire place. Um, fire in a scrambler, and starts trying to hit her with it. Hey, ma'am, please, get out of here! She leaves running, scared. Reaches the town, and then he sees the tavern, a very sketchy one. He gets in there, crying to herself, knowing what's inevitable. And then they see this elf. He's long hair, dark skin. Oh, they have this desperate look on their face. It's been kind of drizzling outside, and only God knows how long they've been out there because they look drenched. As they're going around, please, please, is there a town in this doctor? And people just kind of dismiss him. Is there a doctor in this town? My God.
Quick, is there a town in this doctor? You
Is there a
guys,
town in this doctor?
is
Please.
anybody?
My God. Uh, please, please, someone help! Oh, God. They just kind of desperate. They kind of sigh very big. They say, "You, what's wrong? Are you a doctor? Are you?" No, but I'm a very mediocre healer. I know my way around certain these medicines. It's probably the best you're gonna get. Doctors only come once a week from Caña Dulce. Uh, unless you go there right now. But there's no time. We need help. Please. I, my um there's there's this child. Her name's Yatan. We I will pay you, please. Just take me to her. Send a ton over. To here. What? I don't believe I've been there. It's okay. Please. Give me the horse. I will take you. Okay. They write this very wet town. As you see, this elf is Adonis. Seems to be in an absolute panic. You see Trujillo in the dead of night, cold, full of fog. The hill going up until they reach the mansion. The doors are opened by Delia, who immediately hands them things to get warm and dry as best as they can, but still push right forward. Upstairs, where Yaten is in her room, with a very distraught Margaritan trying a fever as best as he can. But the child is practically turned green. As she's a little yellow, shaking, catatonic, breathing very heavily and with a lot of difficulty. And everyone in this room seemed to be panicked, scared. But as Swara looks at her, oh, huh. She knows what she needs. Immediately she asks for the right herbs. Camphor, sage, and so on and so on. A pot, she starts mixing stuff and she starts trying to administer this new medicine to this new strange child. She does it almost automatically. She knows this is an infection. Doesn't know exactly how it started yet, but that's not important right now. She just needs to continue. She asks for certain mushrooms, certain puts them on a fire. Those are the things that keep bacteria away. And eventually, after 2 days of treatment, just being there with this child, she opens her arms and asks, where am I? Am I dead? She stands up, immediately checks for the fever of this little girl. It's gone down. The guardian, who was in a couch, jumps to the sound of Yet's voice. Baby, how are you feeling? Are you? Oh, thank God! Starts crying and tearing up. And says, "Oh, we're here. We got you a doctor. Well, a very good herbalist, I guess." As they turn to look at Wayra with this big, grateful smile, they just kind of nod as they start changing some bandages with the herbs and those wet towels to new warmer ones. She holds her head and feeds her a little bit of the syrup she made. I know it's a little too sweet, but please gobble this down. You will be okay. Take it easy, don't force yourself too much, okay? You hear that? You're gonna be alright, okay, baby? Garion turns to Wayra as he just kinda, over and over again, caresses Yatan's head and comes with his finger her hair in relief. Alright, so you're still sick, but it's good to hear that you're okay. Says Wayra, like conscious, at least. Okay, cool. She just gets really uncomfortable as these two different color eyes just stare at her with this gratefulness in her eyes, this kind of face no one had ever seen her with. Like, he understands that his little girl is not safe. She's not healed. But he's just grateful that she's not in pain. Somehow she understands this. She nods and starts getting to work. She spends the next 2 weeks tending to Yatan as she gets better. Until she's able to stand up. Until she's able to keep down food. Until she gains a little bit more weight from being bedridden. And they make a bed for her. They give her a place to stay while staying in this big mansion. It's around week 2, honestly, that she first hears the name of the people in the house. Garridan, Delia, Alanis. There's this guy that comes and goes. Jorgo, she thinks is her name? I don't know. He's a construction worker and she's been too busy inside the rooms. They bring her everything she asks for, and Ethan eventually starts getting better.
One night, after tending to Yatan, leaving her asleep, before she goes to bed, Lord Garridan stops her. Sorry. Where may I speak to you? Sure. There's just I wanted to thank you so much. We haven't discussed payment, and I wanna whatever you want. Please tell me how much we owe you, and how much would it take for you to stay? What? What? Yes, you heard me right. You are excellent with her. Your medicine has clearly helped. We need someone to help us here to guide us how to take care of her. The poor thing's so sick. She hadn't been much outside before I met her. I think that's why she's constantly sick, and I don't know what to do. But you do. She's not in pain. The first time in a while, she's not in pain, and I just if we could have like an in-house nurse. I'm sorry, I'm gonna stop you right there, sir, Lord. I can't. However, I see you're in need of a healer around here, so I might have a dispatch that time. I would like to have that. But I cannot. I need to work. But this would be work. We would give you food, housing. Of course, you're free to go on whenever and whatever you need. It's just yes, no. I'm sorry, but no is no. I'm putting my foot down. I don't do well around sick kids. What? But you're great. No, that's not what I meant. It's just you cannot be an in-house doctor or nurse or whatever you need. But I can come and I can go. But I want a place of my own. Nigerian candidates. Then let me get you the property as payment, as my thank you. Please. What? Yes. I'll give you the money, but also I'll gladly find you a home and a consultory somewhere you can be. I cannot accept this. Please do. It's too much. No. Oh, please let me help. Man, sir. Sure. Thank you. Thank you for everything. Sure. You can tell that she liked the offer. That she would absolutely do great living here. That she wanted to say yes, but you also felt her fear. Kid that's always sick. That through the days she spent with her,
she's come to like, to actually like. The first time in a while as well. It's been a while since she's met someone she enjoys to be around. She finds charming and that she sees a lot of her in. You see, from taking care of her night after night, it was inevitable to see or to forget the night that she was in Yatan's room and Yatan started to levitate above the bed, eyes becoming this brilliant green, waking up in a cold sweat as she lay down back in bed. But before that, turning around to Wayra and in this deep, like, voice that didn't appear to be hers, but also, yes, just mix, like a mix of three voices in one, looking at her and telling her, "You're gonna burn. Flames will take you. Please don't let them take you." Falling back to bed and waking up, screaming and crying. Well, we're scared, but somehow I was understanding that this kid was probably way more scared, doing her best to calm her down. It's alright, it's alright. You're awake. It was a dream. Moira? Yes, yes, yes. I'm sorry. It's okay. She saw something horrible. I know. It's okay. I'm fine. You're fine. Your family's okay. I just dreamt that you were gonna die. But I'm not dead. I'm here. It's just sometimes my dreams come true. What do you mean? It's just since I was born, sometimes things I dream become true. That's why, you know, I wasn't supposed to say that. No, it's okay, honey. What is it that you see? There's this curiosity and like fear, not for herself, but for this little girl. She understands that feeling of having visions. Hers seem to be way more intense. She's also so curious. How is she able? How that was crazy. That's not how Wayra looks, or is it? No, no. That would have freaked out. People would have told her by now. She looks like she's being possessed. No, it's probably her source of visions is different. She cannot come to explain it to herself, even though she kind of wants to. No. Say, Yata, how long has this been happening? Since I was born. My mom said I was born with devil's eyesight. That I only see things that cannot be. But since I'm cursed, when I see them, I send them upon the people around me. That I am cursed. That I'm a monster. And that's it was a mistake that I was born. I think she's right, because there's something wrong with me. I know there is. As much as people pretend it's not. My mom was right. But I don't want her to be right. Where just kind of hugs her. Honey, no, you're not. You're not broken. You're not. These visions of yours, these dreams of yours, they're gifts. Okay? There's nothing wrong with you. It's just you don't know how to control them yet. You don't know what they mean yet. Just us. But we'll be alright. Let me tell you a secret, okay? What? I have visions too. I kind of smile as they kind of admit this for the first time. I kind of saw you in a vision before I met you. Or well, at least the back of your head. You were standing up top on a hill, looking at this beautiful flower field. That's how I knew I was gonna meet you. I didn't know how, but I knew you were gonna be there. Do you think it's bad that I'm here? No, no, you've helped me out. I think so. You feel good. Please don't go. I'm not gonna leave. I'm here, okay? We'll get through this together. Okay. Ooh. All right. Don't think about the dream tonight, okay? All right. And the vision changes. See, Wayra has decided to stay. She's taking in her guidance offers. She's a little scared to be this vulnerable again, but she's here. She starts also helping people around town. And, rumors spread a little bit. The thing about losing someone is that grief can make you irrational or cold or numb or better. But in the case of the mother of that one novel in Mazapan, oh, it's made her angry. And she knows deep in her heart, or Lisa's, what she's telling herself, that her baby died because of that woman. She's done her research. She's a detective. She sought out to look where she was born. How did she know so many about herbs and stuff? What she found is that that woman was a witch. Not even a good one. Not even a studied one. A good low-life no one who came from a nowhere town, who picked random herbs and prayed that they worked. She never healed anyone,
She had more patients dead than any life saved. She was poisoning his son. She had spent months now, almost a year, messaging and exchanging letters with the people she had scammed with. Of course, yes, she would come into your house, offer to heal you. She never asked for money. She asked for food and a bed. You could almost think she was doing this for the kindness of her heart. Of course, she knew that the moment that their loved ones acted a little bit better, the families were gonna wanna pay her. She's a scammer. And for that, she must pay. She rearranges a group of people who fear Wayra, were angry and resented at her from the times of the plague, from people she just couldn't save because they were too sick. People who she had been her last hope after doctors and clerics had dismissed them as non-treatable, but she had at least taken away their pain for at least a couple of days before their last moments, and sent them to get her. It is a lovely afternoon near sunset, when the sky is red and orange, with the beautiful sun hiding on the horizon. Then the group of people appear in the market of Trujillo. Grab Wayra and take her next to the temple of town, tie her to a big spire, and set a fire. As they curse her, as they are sure that as she burns, so will their sadness and their ailments, that she must suffer as much as their family members who agonized in her care did. They douse her in oil and light up their clothes. Lord Garridan hears about this just 10 minutes before they set the fire. Him and Adonis run down the hill, trying to get to town as fast as they can. They're frantic as they see right across, ya casi termino, Leo, right across where they've been walking downtown, like 100 meters away, 100, 50, 20, 15, as they approach and run, how this guy takes this firelight and set it down on Wayra's skirt as she lights up so fast. The screams of agony, pain, horror. People in town curious to see what this angry mob doing, trying to see past them,
these strangers who have come from outside of town just to hunt someone. Who's that person? What did they do? Is there a criminal? Murderer, perhaps? But every time they try to approach, they get threatened by this group of people. Garrison and Adonis finally arrive. Adonis puts his hands to work as he summons a little bit of water to set down the flames. He takes the strings and ties everyone up, all of the horrible mob who did this, and takes Wayra down the spire. I'm about to finish, guys. Don't worry about it. He unties her, puts her on the ground. As she sees her scorched body, her wounds, her red, warm, like skin, he panics. She says, "No, no, 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 no! How dare you all! Who gave you the right?" As he starts weaving Wayra's lifeline to his, doing anything to be able to cure her wounds, save her a little bit. Just the people in Trujillo disperse, and the moment they leave, Garden closes in the strings, and the mob around him is gone, leaving no one but him, Alanis, and Wayra at the stake. Weaves Wayra's lifeline into his thus life measures. It's again fully automatic to him by this point, fueled by desperation. Wayra opens her eyes and takes a very hitched breath. Don't move, don't move, don't move. You're okay. It's okay. I'm sorry. It's okay. I got you. Oh. We'll call a cleric here. We're gonna be fine. You're fine, okay? As she wakes up, still burned, but awake. As he tries to cast Cure Wounds on her, slowly, so that her skin slowly scars without leaving a mark. On the middle of the street, on the cold gravel. As she breathes, the vision ends, waking up Nina from this trance as she hears that same cutout bread of Wayra that wakes up just as her wounds are still closing up. As you guys successfully tie her lifeline into the waypoint and bring her back to life. Y aquí lo vamos a dejar hoy.
Yay. We did it, guys.
We did it. Ustedes los campeones, chicos. Pensé que me fuera a demorar tanto, pero después me di cuenta que fue que empezamos muy tarde.
Empezamos
My
tardísimo,
bad.
yes.
Mhm.
But it's fine.
Hey, I'm
We
glad to be
did
back.
it. Okay, tengo
Next
pregunta.
session probablemente va a ser más rápido. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed.
Did the little
Bye.
baby have horns?
Bye bye, Lo.
Hello.
Come on.
I want to know if little baby had horns.
Little baby had horns, but very, very tiny. You could tell they were still growing.
Oh
Aye.
no.
Oh, poor baby. Okay, parenthesis. I recorded the whole thing, so Fatih, you have to do a YouTube outro.
Oh
Oh,
god.
yeah.
Well, thanks for watching. To everyone who fell asleep, I'm sorry, babes. We started too late, but I'm glad to be back, and I'm back from my hiatus. So remember to click on the next
Subscribe.
link for next session.
Smash that
Like,
motherfucking
share,
like button.
and hope to see you again.
Pon
Te
el, pon el
come.
2011 like.
And now the outro song
A
is bye, bye,
heartbreaker starts with a broken heart.
Hell yeah.